Joe's point of view. I walked into Hailey's room, only to find it empty. I sighed and looked around before I started to worry. She did not appear to be anywhere in her room. Hails, Hails, come out. It's only me, Joe. I tried to use the nicest voice I could, and I even used her nickname. I could not understand why she would not answer. Hailey Marie Jonas. I raised my voice, and heard the door of the bathroom open, and a very upset Hailey come creeping out. I walked over to her, turned her around, and delivered 3 very hard smacks to her butt. Why didn't you answer me the first time I called you? I asked very sternly. No answer. Answer me, Hailey, I demanded in a harsher tone. She burst into rapid tears. Joe, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it. I was just annoyed with him, she bawled out. What are you talking about, Hails? I was so confused. Didn't Nick tell you I used the Lord's name in vain? And yelled shut up at him? She looked very uneasy. No, he didn't. He walked in, saying you had jumped out of the car, and then you walked to the back door. He didn't mention anything else. Hailey Marie, why would you do such a thing? You do know that it is an automatic belt punishment, do you not? I asked kindly but sternly. I was just in a bad mood, and I jumped out of the car so I could talk to you before Nick tried to spank me, or worse, get Kevin really upset, and have him spank me out of anger. I was afraid. I'm so sorry, Joe. Please don't hate me. She sobbed harder now, running into me and hugging me like there was no tomorrow. I don't hate you, but I am very disappointed in you. Now you listen to me. I'm going to go talk to Kevin and ask him if I can punish you, because I know that he will be very angry. But remember, that does not mean it'll be any shorter with me, only not as forceful. Whatever amount Kevin says is what I will do. Do you understand, young lady? She nodded and sat down on her bed as I walked out of the room. I know that Kevin will not like the idea one bit. Kevin's point of view. I was furious. My little sister saying the Lord's name in vain, telling Nick to shut up, and then jumping out of the car. She was going to get a punishment that she would never soon forget. Joe walked down the stairs. I looked at him because I could see that he wanted to ask me something. Joe, what is it? I asked, still trying to calm down. Kevin, let me punish... No, absolutely not. Joe, I know you mean well, but she's in for a hard and long discussion with Dad's strap. I said, not even flinching when Nick dropped to the floor and shot. No, Kevin, you can't. She did not deserve the strap. Don't you remember Dad using it on you and I when we were fighting? We never did anything to get it again. We deserved that, but this offense is nothing near what we did. Kevin, you can't, Joe said very frantically. Joe, you will not argue with me, or you will be joining her. I have made up my mind. Now go and tell her to stand in the corner. Pants and panties down. Joe, go! Joe stood there, not moving. I moved toward him in a very forceful way, but he just stood there. You will not hit her with this strap. You will have to get through me before you can even get close. I turned him around with force and slapped his butt twice. He did not budge. I went to go up the stairs. He tried to stop me, but I pushed through. You just made it a whole lot worse for your little sister. She will be sure to thank you, I said, slightly sarcastically. Joe freaked out. He ran up and tackled me to the ground and sat on me with a fist in the air. I tried to get him off me, but he just sat there. Hailey came to the top of the stairs screaming, Joe! Joe, get off Kevin! She yelled at the top of her lungs, bawling her eyes out. Joe got off and ran after her. I followed quickly, stopped in my room, grabbed the strap, and headed into my sister's room.